This is a very exciting day for us, certainly at Greener Corners, and of course the city of Sandusky. We're launching and kicking off our public space recycling program. I'm going to say a couple words. I'm going to hand it over to our great mayor, John Hamilton, and then have a couple other people speak and get this thing off right. Have you guys seen the bins around the city?
Yes.
Look good, huh?
Absolutely.
So I'm Aaron Klein, and this is Stephen Goldenberg over here. We are at Greener Corners. We want to welcome you to the 8th Greener Corners community and the first in Ohio. Very exciting. I have a couple thank yous. I think it's important to give back to those who've given to us so much. It's been a very, let's say, fairly long but very exciting process all the way through. And I want to say thank you to Amanda Myers, first and foremost, who's worked with us from day one. She's very modest, but she's been so extra helpful and has really been integral in getting us to where we are today. So thank you, Amanda, really. I have, of course, our great city commissioners here. I really appreciate you guys coming out. It really means a lot to show the support here for this kind of program. This is a city initiative after all, and to have you guys here really means a lot. So thank you so much for being here. We have our partners in FSI. Mike Walski's joining us here in the bright yellow. And FSI are the folks who are going to be collecting our materials from these bins on an ongoing basis. And they are great to work with. They'll be ever important to the program. John Lippis, Main Street Association. Where's John? Also key in getting us to where we are today. Cares a lot about this city, as I'm sure you all know. We have some of our guys on the installation and maintenance team. We always work very locally as part of what we do, and so we have the Mr. Fix-It handyman here, standing over there, who did an awesome job with the installation. We'll be ongoing with maintenance and routine cleaning and everything that we're doing here. And then I think it's important to recognize some of our sponsors. You know, this program's entirely cost-free to the city. And of course, we're not using any taxpayer dollars for this. We can be self-sufficient and keep this program running at full speed and potential all the time because of the great local sponsors that we have. So I'm going to recognize some of those who not only have supported and believed in us from the beginning before these bins even hit the ground, but are true believers in the environment and this cause itself. I have Stein Hospice, Mr. Smith's Coffee, Parkview, A&A Orthodontics, Citizens Bank, Window Plumbing and Heating, Precision Body and Frame, Dave Proy Agency, the Sandusky Yacht Club, and we have a few others who are coming on board in the very near future. So I want to give a big thanks, if we can, a round of applause for those sponsors. Very important. Please look out for their messaging on the bins themselves, and of course, support them. So just a word or two about recycling in general. You know, a lot of our focus here in this country is on curbside recycling programs, recycling at schools, recycling at home, in the office. There's not as much attention paid to recycling in public spaces. And you have the situation where you're teaching your kids in school to recycle, and those same kids are going out and playing in these city parks and running around and walking downtown. Hopefully not running around downtown, but walking downtown. And they have that Gatorade bottle, that plastic water bottle, with no place to put it besides the trash. And so it's an inconsistent message, and that's the gap that we really try to bridge here with this program. You know, almost 90% of our public spaces in this country still have no public recycling availability. And I'm happy to cross Sandusky now off that list. This is just the beginning here. Obviously, these recycling bins, as you see, with 2 areas to recycle your papers and cans, your plastics and your glass, and the space for the trash also, so we can reduce contamination. This inherent message is we should be recycling twice as much as we throw away. It's just the beginning. We need our community like this incredible event, which really means a lot. This kickoff is really very important to us. We need us all to stay active, to stay involved, to help spread the word about the program itself, to show that we are playing an active role in this environmental responsibility, helping to preserve our only planet. Please do use these recycling bins. Please get involved and make a difference locally. We offer a few tools as a company to help get you started. We do have an iPhone app called Recycle Pal. This is something that will be updated in the next couple of weeks to include Sandusky. Great way to find your nearest public recycling bin through GPS. Take a picture of yourself, maybe put it up on social media, Twitter or Facebook. Keep track of what you're recycling over time. Neat way to stay involved. We have an ongoing web page that also will be updated in the next week for Sandusky to keep track of the results of the program. We work directly with FSI to keep track of our recyclable materials, tonnage, and then we convert those into our Save Trees, our water conservation, our pollution aversion, things that really make a difference in our community. Look for our green team that's going to be coming out here in the spring with greater education and awareness that we're going to be doing here citywide. And please stay in touch with us. You know, we have local folks on hand here at all times, and we feel very strongly about each and every one of our programs. If there's feedback, positive or negative, especially positive, you know, feel free to stay in touch with us and shoot us an email or a phone call. I want to call John up here, who's going to cut the ribbon, make this thing